Is there? Yeah, man, I said I represent for Urban Spotlight.
This is the Urban Spotlight Podcast.
Yeah.
The Urban Spotlight Podcast.
Yo, this rose grew straight from cement, and I'm the tooth fairy. I ain't leaving a cent. I need every dollar in my bank account. I'm banking on you, looking like you banking now. This rose grew straight from cement, and I'm the tooth fairy. I ain't leaving a cent. I need every dollar in my bank account. I'm banking on you, looking like you banking now.
Welcome to another episode of the Urban Spotlight Podcast. I'm your host, PTM. Look, Toronto is undeniably home to some of the greatest hits of our generation. But there is this new emerging scene that's causing some new energy to come out of the city. Joining me is a female artist that exudes hard-hitting bars. She is the rose that grew straight from the cement. Hip-hop in its purest form. I'd like y'all to help me give it up for the one and only Double M.
Hello. So happy to be here. What an introduction.
Yes, sis.
My goodness.
I have to do it for you, man. The introduction is going to grow even bigger over time, right?
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome. Thank you for blessing us here at the Urban Spotlight Podcast. I feel so blessed to have you. This was big in the making. I'm not even going to cap. I've been manifesting you for years.
Double M, please get in my DMs, girl. I'd love to connect with you on this. I'm even going to DM you, girl, because I'm bright like this.
And God will do what God does.
Amen to that.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
That is it. So I'm so grateful for this moment. Double M, there is so many changes happening in our city right now. And I think one of the remarkable things is you are at the forefront of this change. Tell me, how does it feel?
It is the word I would use is rewarding, because a long time I work. Long time I've been putting in work. I've been, it's really hard to stay tunnel vision and not look at everybody else while you're in the middle of the work, but you just have to keep pushing, keep praying, keep it together. And yeah, so it feels amazing. After all this time. It's like they hear me now, and I love that.
Loud and clear. And I tell you, with them bars, they ain't got no choice to hear you. You know what I'm talking about? But we gonna get much more into that later on in the show. I'm more curious about how we got here, right? Because before this moment, there's always the beginning, right? Now, I'd like you to talk to me a little bit about what would be one of your favorite early childhood memories about music?
Funny enough, it was actually dancing. It was a dance class. Something I'll never forget is the fact that I was like 12, 11 in a dance class with like 16, 17-year-olds. And for me, some people would probably not see that as a big deal, but for me, I was eating. And I was eating them up too. They were pointing me out. Yeah, period. Eating on customer service. Stream that.
Yes,
yeah.
now.
They were eating me up, and I just love that. Like, I've always loved music, really. But that was one of the earliest moments when it came to the performance, because I say this all the time. I love to write, I love to rap, I love to make music, but I really feel like my passion is performing and entertaining and just giving the crowd, like, you know what I mean? I feel like that's my passion still. I feel like I can do that. I do a good job still.
She's a Jill of all trades.
Exactly. So that being said, thank you, by the way. So that being said, that's one of the earliest memories for me, is joining that dance class as little as I was and just knowing that I love this. I don't know what it means, but I love it.
You love it. And you see, the thing about an artist is these days, at least in 2024, versatility is required, right? So it's not so much as a shocker that you'd have all these extra talents. We see it a lot on the screen, and you need to keep bringing that force, because that's what we love about you, Double M.
Thank you.
So much about you that I hope we can figure out and learn so much more in this interview. Double M, talk to me about that word, that name, like Double M. What I mean, like, where
Double
you get
M.
that?
So in the meantime, between teen time, it's a big Double M, and it's blood cleat, and you know what the thing said. But yeah, no, but all jokes aside, my friends gave me that name. So how it came about is my name is Marika. My government name is Marika. I was Marika Music because I love music. Everyone knows my passion. And the Marika Music turned into, my friends were saying, that's too long. Like, like something like, short and sweet. Like, now you're going into a different era and you're trying something new. So Double M, Marika Music. So that's how that happened. And I just ran with it. Now, the way that I spell it.
Yes.
There was no Let me tell you,
Talk
no,
the tea.
there was no secret behind it. I just couldn't. When I was doing the registering and stuff, somebody already took double M, the word. I said no. I have to find a different way how to do it so it's unique and it still gives. And you know, with me, everything's extra, so the name had to give a little oomph. So I just threw the V in there.
Me love the V, man.
Why not?
Me love the V. You know, they be spelling gang these days with the V.
Yeah, I know.
And I thought it was giving,
Yeah.
like my old school behind. So at least me know say a new trend
Yes,
thing, you know.
yes.
And I love the way you have it set, sis. Double
Thank
M.
you.
Make sure y'all don't forget it, okay?
Thank you.
I love it. This upbringing and seeing you and your progress in the music industry take fold is absolutely remarkable. So let's get more into this. We want to find out all things Double M. These days they call me PTM the gem dropper. Okay, PTM and Double M. I can't make this up.
Period.
I can't make
It was
this
meant to
up.
be.
Exactly. So I really wanted you to educate some of the folks today about the early stages of your music career. I know for female musicians, it's not always the easiest, to kick in them doors, but getting to this point from the beginning until now, tell me what that looked like for you.
Okay, so we can get into it a little bit.
Please.
So pretty much, like I said, I've always loved music. That was always a thing for me, the performance thing or whatnot. When it really I started to sing, by the way. I was sing first before I started rapping. I only started rapping like right before COVID, I think. But I was always singing, and the way how I started singing, funny enough, is in elementary school, they said it's either you go outside where it's minus 15 or you stay inside and join the choir. So what do you think I did?
We're joining that choir.
We're joining that choir. Absolutely. So then I joined the choir, and I'm like, they want me to just sing. And I went to a Catholic school, so it's Ave Maria and So so I had to sing all those songs and stuff, and I would sing it like at home, like in front of my mom and stuff and my cousins, and my mom used to be like, yeah, right, like but some people would be like, yeah,
It'll always be
my
the
mom
family.
used to be like, yeah, right,
man.
me was support, but right, like but like everyone was like, not everyone, but a couple people were saying to me like, oh, that didn't sound too bad, like so I'm like, let me practice.
I can do this.
Yeah, so after that, after the whole staying inside for recess, I joined the choir, and then I just continue singing, and I'm singing in church, and I'm singing all over the place.
That's
and
my girl.
Yeah, and I was just singing. And then COVID happened, or right before COVID, I should say. I think I was writing there was something happening, and I'm just like, yo, this would be so much easier if I could rap this instead of singing it. Because in my head, I'm saying, it's so hard to hold a note and get your point across, but if I'm rapping, I can just say it. It's easier for me to be witty when I'm rapping. So that's what. So I just kind of stepped into that lane. I'm gonna jive off, and I've been in that car ever since.
And we're here for that ride, girl. I'm not hopping off this one.
And I picked her up, and we've been in that car ever since.
So we're here enjoying the ride. I think the whole city is, and that's why I had to have you on the show, because I've been blessed enough to interview a lot of folks before their major takeoff, and I'll be so blunt and honest with you. I already see that for you. I already see that for you. You're bigger than this city. The 6 is just blessed enough to call you, like, be able to say that you could call this home. But you're bigger than this city. So it's a blessing to be able to talk about this and let this be a benchmark for you, because I know in bigger lights we're going to be seeing you later. So I appreciate this moment. It's very beautiful, and it's an educational piece for a lot of the women out there who don't think that they could be a double M one day. You can definitely do it.
Thank you.
You had that ingenuity in you to think outside of the box as far as being a singer and then getting into the rap. And you said this happened just before COVID, that you decided to make that change.
Yeah.
That is so interesting, because I didn't think so. I see a lot of flack that women get just trying to kick down the doors and dealing with a lot of men in the industry. Have you ever experienced anything like that?
By the grace of God, I never experienced anything like the stories I hear. I can't say that. I can't say that I've ever experienced anything like that. I always, however, have been ready for it. My mom let me know very young, even before the music, just how to carry yourself as a woman, and just know that it's obviously gonna be different for you.
Correct.
Like, you know what I mean? So there's certain things that you're gonna have to put in place and let people know that they can't play with you, and you came to pretty much just do business and go your yard. So
excellent.
For example, one of the first studio sessions that I went to, it was filled with a whole bunch of men. A whole bunch of males in that. And when I went in there, by the time I came out, one of them actually messaged me on, what was that? I don't know what that was at the time, Twitter, saying, yo, I rate how you came in and you meant business. You came in raw, you're not smile, you're not laugh with nobody. You come in and you go straight into the booth, put on the beat. I'm looking like, put on the beat.
Let's go.
Do this. Because it's not, like, for me, it's not a joke thing. Like, you know, I came to do what I came to do. And yeah, so I didn't really experience anything negative like that per se from males, but I don't take away from anybody else's experience because it's real.
Absolutely. It's definitely real. But it's good to see that that's not necessarily the experience of everybody. So I would challenge a lot of women to, you know, get out there, especially as a musician. If you feel that it's a man that's, you know, kind of holding that door open for you, Marika's kicking them in. You ain't got to really worry about that. So it's a good example that you're giving to a lot of the young women out there. How about getting this money, right? Because putting out a body of work like customer service and so many other pieces that you put out in the past, it's not easy to do that as an independent artist, right?
Yeah.
Grants. Talk to me about that. What's been your experience with the Canadian grant system?
So I've been lucky or blessed. Watch it. I've been blessed enough to get a couple grants. Nothing too crazy, but I'm grateful, you know, and that is what let me put together MIA video, customer service, all that stuff, like, you know. So, and just so you know, like, it's not, I think they want to see the authenticity. Like, they want to make sure that everything is original and real. And, like, you know, you really need this. Like, you know, it's not a joke thing. Like, they want to make sure of that. And, you know, I feel like that's what I wrote. Like, that's what I gave, like, exactly what it is. And, you know what it is in the city. In order to put out the creative stuff, you need funding. That's the biggest thing. You can have all the ideas in the world, right? And yeah, so that's why I say, even if it's not much, the grants that they give you, like, you know, one cocoa fill basket. So you have to, you know, take your time and do your thing. But yeah, the grants it's been okay, and I hope to land more.
Absolutely. Hello, Factor. Hello, OAC, Ontario Arts Coalition. Hello.
Period.
So yeah.
No, I'm very grateful for them, man, and they're very supportive. You know.
Excellent.
Absolutely.
Some great gems dropped by the one and only Double M. Y'all heard that? You want them grants? Authenticity, telling the story, coming across as a musician. It ain't no joke thing. So I love that information that you presented for these musicians that are out there. Tell me a little bit about our city in the sense of, what do you think holds Toronto back as a city?
You know, it's crazy because back in the day I would say, oh, it's because we're not getting any recognition.
Right.
It's not that no more.
Talk your shit.
It's not that anymore. So, I mean, people, of course, like, we're still going to struggle because we're smaller than we always compare to the States, right? The UK is definitely getting called more so recently, but we always get compared to the States and how we're so tiny and all that stuff. And it's true. But I feel like we need to have a different attitude when it comes to the thing. Like, mind you, I said I've been working at this for a long time. So the first no didn't make me turn away. You know what I mean? You know how much no me get? Enough people have said no. You know what I mean? And that alone, maybe that's something. Because I see people, like, that's why they call our city the Screwface City. Because as soon as them not get what them want, that's it, right? So maybe something that we can do differently is just keep going at it. Don't ice that opportunity just because it didn't work out in the way that you wanted. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like if we keep plugging at it, Toronto's coming up. Like, I feel like we didn't really have a name and we're coming up now.
Absolutely.
So, like, you know, like, just keep pushing, yo. That's what if I'm doing it, you got to do it too.
All right.
Sir.
You see, I've always been, you know, associated with the Drakes, the Weekends, and the Justin Biebers, but that's all about to change. Like, the Double M's are supposed to be in those conversations. You know what I'm saying? And so many other young women that are coming out of the city, which makes me feel so good. I'm not going to lie to you. I stopped the interviews out of Toronto for a while because I'm just not inspired by what's happening in the city, the attitude and the energy that I was getting. But I've been watching you, and I'm like, I like her. She's doing something that almost seems impossible from where we're from, right? That rose from the cement.
Yeah.
No lies told ever. Go get customer service. This ain't no joke, man. I'm not kidding with you guys. We're about to get into it even further, though. This might be a little bit of a touchy subject for you, but I remember you mentioning in one of your lyrics, I was taking you in over the last few weeks, and you said something to the effect of body done on the 20th and something to that, and then
I said, yes, babe, I did my body on the 20th. 90 DMs, but still I open up the 20th. That's bad. I know. Don't follow me, guys. Don't open up none of them. Don't open up none of them.
Don't worry, girl. We got a whole bunch of DMs that ain't open, especially after today, because price is going up. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I mean.
But you know, this industry, as far as females go, there's all this attention around our bodies and the stigma around Black women and how we're treated. And I just want you to be brutally honest. Did you think that was something that needed to happen for you as a female musician, the whole body thing? And what is your thoughts around that?
You see, this is why I shouldn't really step into the, because, hey,
This,
what the hell? Yes, this is a very competitive, like, you know, I'm in a competitive lane right now, and I need to make sure that everything looks blessed. Mind you, it wasn't only that, right? It was what I was going through personally, mentally, like, you know, there's a whole bunch of stuff. But to answer your question that you just asked, that definitely had a role to play, and I would be lying in your face right now if I was saying that wasn't what it was.
Figured so.
Like that, yeah, it definitely played a role. It wasn't the role, the main role, but it played a role.
Absolutely. So business moves had to be made, right? And I love the way you put that. For me, as far as this thing goes, as far as the body imagery and everything, I just say do what makes you happy as a woman. But, you know, this industry is gully. So I think that was a smart move on your part. I don't think it's something that you use all the time, but it's been done to your advantage. Right? So, and I love everything. Body's tea.
Thank you.
Body's tea is in me.
You were about to turn me into a horse. I'm not having it.
I don't know shit.
You, sure.
There's a problem. Now, earlier I mentioned, you know, your involvement in the energy that's coming out of the city today, right? And in my personal opinion, I just believe women are running it. There's no doubt about it. There's so many big heavy hitters that we could name, and the women are just killing it right now. And we saw this change happen drastically in the U.S., right? Like the Sexy Reds and Lola Brooke. There's just a whole lot of energy from the female scene in the U.S., and I think that's also being patterned here in Canada. Now, I remember, and I spoke to you about this earlier before the cameras went on, but I've been talking about you for years, but when I caught up with one of our female artists from the city, Lola Buns.
Big dog.
Big one. Yeah.
Big dog, period.
We love you, Lola. You know that. Lola, during her interview, when I caught her backstage at Rolling Loud, she said something to the effect of, Double M, she keeps me on my toes. Period. What do you think she meant by that?
I feel like she meant, Double M is a lyricist. Double M is a really good artist, and her as a really good artist herself, real recognize real. That's it. That's pretty much what it is, and that's what it is for me and her. So you're gone. Me depayo too. Me depayo. But yeah, so like, you know, so I took that. Of course, I took that as a compliment. Like, what? Like, the great, like, you know, she's the GOAT. Like, she's been doing this for a long time too, and like, you know, she knows what it takes.
Absolutely.
You know? So to hear her say that, I'm like, period. I dusted my shoulder off. Just know.
Now, speaking of Lola Buns and so many other women in the city, are there any female musicians that you would love to collaborate with in the future?
Absolutely. And we're going to start with, you know what? Absolutely. I would like to collab with a lot of Toronto female artists. However, I nah call no name, cause uno nah chew me up and say me forget somebody. So don't, cause that's how you guys like to draw me out. But absolutely.
Good.
And so I guess I would say yes. I would love to work with female artists. Good. Yes, I would love to work with female artists internationally.
Yes,
I would like to work with female artists locally. So absolutely open to it. 100%.
Excellent. I mean, I just helped y'all out. So, you know what I'm saying? Customer service is already a hit. If you're trying to link up with Double M before she, you know, take off, you better do that. I ain't gonna lie.
And before you continue,
talk to me, baby.
I want to just shout out Layla Day. She was on customer service.
That's my...
Hey, let me just chill.
Me say when two goats link up, you see?
Let me just chill.
Because I saw my next question did I go on.
You're a job there. Let me just chill and answer. Sorry, guys. May I rush it in? It's okay.
I love this. They say great minds think alike. And shout out to Layla Day. You were literally my next question, all right? Now, I was going to say the female link up is real, and I love what's happening in this city. You've been a huge proponent of the female link up. The energy is so real. Customer service, get it. Featuring Layla Day, probably one of the biggest bangers off that EP. It's a beautiful example of when the galdom get together, link up, and express our power and unity as one. Tell me, how did you get blessed with that link up?
So if you go to listen to customer service and hear Get It, you'll hear Layla Day showing off.
Literally, on the vocals.
Me say a bad girl, that man.
When
she gone on, I'm like, when I heard it, I'm just like, God, a bad girl. Like, do you hear what she's? But honestly, how that happened?
Yeah,
is that
tell us.
I was supposed. Okay, maybe that's a little. So we were talking about stuff. Yeah, we were talking about future plans,
right?
And then with that being said, I was like, oh well, like, you know, I have this that I'm doing, and I would love if you can, like, you know, just beef it up a little bit, like, you know, whatever. And she's like, yeah, like, absolutely, like, you know. And Layla Day, I've always loved off Layla Day.
I love her.
Yeah, I've always loved. Before I started making music, I loved Layla Day. So that's what I was trying to tell her. I'm like, you don't even know how I know you. I knew you before you knew who I was. And you know, and I've always loved her. But then when I started doing music and she kind of acknowledged me, it's been up ever since. Like,
I love
she's
it.
so supportive of like everything I do. So I'm like, what? In my first EP,
yes,
you have to touch that.
That is it.
Have to touch that.
And the link up was nasty. Just hearing her on them chords, like, her voice is absolutely angelic. But you got her into like this gangster side of things on that track. I love the way you drew her out. Still, you drew her out the right way.
But she ate though.
No, she ate and left no crumbs, honey.
Yeah, I said, put on your mask. She's like, it's on.
Ooh.
Like, that's how she came. Like, it's on. Like, she definitely ate. She definitely ate. Trust me.
Shout out to Layla Day. She's doing so many big things for the female hip hop scene and just female music scene in general. She's booked for days on these shows.
Yeah.
So it was great to see the two of you link up, and we need more link ups just like that. Customer service.
Period.
Because that's what we're here for today.
Customer service.
Okay. You really did your big one. You really did. Girl, you had me feeling really proud, like that big proud big sister. I literally feel like I can overcome any relationship or any type of drama with a man, any man who could have did me wrong. As long as I put on customer service,
period,
I'm going to get through it.
Absolutely.
You know those ones?
Yeah.
Roots in 06. I mean, Eaton is a dope track. The track with Layla too. But Roots in 06, to me, that's a prime example of hip hop at its finest. You said one bar. I'm eating with my left southpaw, but I'm so right.
Period.
Girl.
It's because I'm left-handed.
Ooh!
It's because I'm left-handed.
I knew that.
That's what a southpaw
I knew there was some.
Yeah, when somebody's left-handed, they're called a southpaw. So I said, I'm
picking up
eating with my left southpaw, but I'm so right.
Do you know they say left-handed people are like super blessed? Like, you guys are like exponentially blessed.
I mean, that makes sense. 2 + 2 makes 4, and with that.
Oh!
That makes sense.
Everything is a bar for this girl. 2 + 2 makes
4. With that, yeah, with that information, I love
she
that.
She speaks in bars.
Yeah.
That is so dope. I knew there was something that stood out with that one. I had to bring it up. It's one of my favorite bars that you dropped. But let's talk a little bit more about the wordplay. Nasty, dangerous flow.
You know what's funny?
Talk to me,
That Roots in 06. Let me tell you no secret.
I want it. Tell me.
So I am a writer. I write my music. I will tell everybody all the time, I'm not a freestyler. If you say, oh, like, let's go, like, you know, you bring us all together and say, yeah, let's freestyle. This will be me. And this is as sexy as it's gonna get.
Oh, look at that.
So I write my music, right?
I love that.
Funny enough, Roots in 06. First of all, shout out Ante, shout out Abstract Learning Studios.
Abstract.
He engineered my entire EP.
Big.
Yeah, so I was going to meet Ante for the first time at Abstract.
Okay.
We had this date set and everything was good to go. And I was saying, okay, I'm gonna get my beat pack and I'm gonna try out my this beat pack. It's a fresh beat pack. I'm gonna try it out there.
Excellent.
The beat pack never came, and I messaged him like, yo, honestly, like, I'm not even gonna
No, we can swear on this motherfucker.
I'm not even gonna bullshit you. I'm not a freestyler. I write my music, and I just got the beat pack. It came right now, and I didn't write anything. And hear him. Oh, it's okay. You can just come for a tour of the studio. You sound like them, boy. You sound like them, boy. But you could just come for a tour.
Tour what?
So when I went to the tour, the mic set up, everything set up. And I'm like, why is the mic set? Why is the mic set up? But yes, the mic was set up, and
Pick up yourself, Auntie.
He said, you know what? Facts. He said, you know what? He's like, just sit here. And then he pushed the mic a little closer, and he said, wow, just try it.
Oh!
Put on the beat. And I'm like, fam, I can't. Like, what are you doing?
Yes, you can.
And then I just woke up. Like, it was just a mess. And I said, you know what? Let's try. And I said, so I'm like, if you know me, if you really know me, you can hear I was congested. I said, step up in the spot. We shell this. I just woke up. I just finished crying.
No
I just finished crying. And that was my first freestyle. I freestyled that. I never wrote that before I got there. That's what I'm trying. Hey, get a G. Hey, yeah.
Yo, listen, man. And I'm going to pick out certain things because I could feel. Listen, I'm an energy reader, and I felt something about that track, that there was a special something.
It was my first
about
my first and only freestyle, the only time I've ever freestyled on the spot, and it was Roots in 06, and that's why it was so important for that to be the first song on my EP. And it's my first EP.
It
you know
is.
what I mean? So
It
that's
is.
why Roots in 06
It
was
is.
dumb important. Yo.
Telling you, one of my not even my favorite track off of Customer Service. Go and listen to it now so you can definitely see why. Like we talked about, wordplay, dangerous, flow, analogies. Like you actually know how to truly paint pictures with your words. You just explained to me where your head was at in the writing and getting together the Roots in 06. I want to delve a little bit further into some of the other great tracks on Customer Service, particularly the big hit that's taken over the city and the international stages by storm. MIA
In Miami. Big shout out to B-Rob. Oh, yeah,
B-Rob.
he finessed that. How you
What
mean?
a collab.
Absolutely. He's amazing.
What a
Amazing
collab.
artist, man. I'm so blessed to be able to get to do that song with him. Amazing artist.
How did that link up happen? Like
he-
from here, and then you guys went and shot that big one in Miami. Like,
Yes.
tell me how the whole thing got sorted. Like,
Yeah. So I pretty much just said to him, like, yo, like, honestly, like, I want to do a song that is more of like, like an island kind of vibes. And mind you, whenever I want to do stuff like that, I often need supervision because me would go down in it. So I'm like, you know what? By the way, on MIA, that
Talk
verse
to
that
us.
you guys are hearing,
Talk to us.
I had to rewrite that 3 times.
Alayata, why?
Because the first one was a Lady Saw tribute. That's what I'm telling you. I'm gone far, and you have to really stop me. 'Cause
A
I'll really go
Lady-
there.
oh,
It was a Lady
girl.
Saw tribute, and I'm like, what am I? Yo, so that I said to him, yo, I'm really
That's
trying
still
to
a
do.
dope concept. Don't sleep on
Trust
that.
me, it
Lady
was,
Saw,
but
man.
it just needed to fit for me.
Okay,
Like
true.
everything, God knows what He's doing. Everything is gonna make
Absolutely.
sense when it's time to make sense. I still
Absolutely.
have that tribute, and you will hear it.
Absolutely.
But like, you know what I mean? It just couldn't. It wasn't for that.
Got it.
So I said it to him like, yo, I'm trying to do this or whatnot, and he's like, you know what? This is something that I really think we can do. And he said, okay, we can start from here. Big dog, big dog, absolutely. And I really appreciate that opportunity. And one coming soon again.
And another one.
and another
And
one.
another one.
Perhaps. You have to ask for me.
Exactly. B-Rob, I'm already saying it. Dog, get her on a second one, all right? Because we
on.
need these hits.
You heard her.
Back to back.
You heard
All
her.
right? I am so proud of you guys because you really showed Toronto in a different light. I think there's so much beautiful commercial energy happening with that song. It could be heard in a lady on a beach in Miami, on a beach in Africa, beach in Jamaica, like just out enjoying your loved one. It's a great track. And I really want to commend you on stepping out of the box on that one.
Thank you. Yes, and we actually it was definitely out of the box for me. I try to make it's so funny when I write these songs and stuff. My brain goes like
Dumb,
I don't even know.
stupid, like
so I have to
another
kind
universe.
of try to dumb
Yes,
it down for
yes.
myself and kind of take out words, and it's just a lot. But we actually flew to Miami to shoot
Beautiful.
that music
Beautiful video.
And it came out great, and I'm just so happy. And the song is doing so well.
It
and,
is. Numbers. Numbers for
the
the.
song is
Didn't you
doing
just
well.
hit over 100,000 streams on that one?
Absolutely.
Girl, I see that
like-
pretty picture of you. I'm just seeing the number going. I said,
I'm telling you, and as the numbers are going, that's how
Yeah.
my eyes are going. Like,
I
that
know,
is
I seen that. I
crazy.
seen
That
that.
is crazy. That's my first 100K streams of
Good for you, man.
I'm like, yo, you guys don't even know. Like that, this is a big deal for me.
Absolutely. What
Yeah,
a journey.
so I'm so grateful, man. Customer service, it's eating. Listen, at this point, you see how we're talking about
No
it? You guys
pun
have to go
intended.
listen to what I'm talking
Yeah,
about. Come on.
eating's one of my favorite tracks out there. Y'all go and listen to it
Period.
now. Don't do it tomorrow. Don't do it next week. Do it right now. Customer Service has just been released on every single major platform. Before we let you go, Big Double M, what's one thing you wish the fans knew about you that they don't know already?
One thing I wish the fans knew about me that they don't know already.
Yes.
I don't eat cilantro. I don't eat cilantro at all. I
No
want
cilantro.
nothing to do with
Listen, if you want good customer service and not a double M thing, no cilantro on it. You
I want
understand?
nothing to do with cilantro.
We
It's
love
not
green,
a
just
part
not
of me.
cilantro.
Yes, we love the greens, but not cilantro.
Exactly.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
love that.
I mean, I feel like I'm. You'll hear it in the music. I
You're
mean,
gonna
if there's
hear
something
it.
that you don't know about me, just go listen to
Go listen
customer
to the
service,
music.
and I promise you, you're gonna learn something that you didn't know already.
I love it. Now, you don't do freestyles, and I was going to do that to you because you felt like one of those. That was literally my last question. That's why I laughed when you go, I don't do it. I go like this. I was like, oh my God, this girl's onto me. But listen, give us one reason to listen to customer service. Could be one of your sickest bars, one of your dopest, whatever. Just give us one reason to listen to customer service. Take it away, Double M.
Stand up, you wanna give me inches of the wood? He asked me how I'm doing, let him know I'm Megan good. He said he heard I only fuck with niggas from the hood, but Silver Spoon niggas provide that plywood, and them have a good credit. You guys take me off of this. One reason to listen to customer service is because customer service is real and relatable. I am a female artist from Toronto that works my job, and I pay for my studio time, and I do what I need to do in order to get my music across. So that being said, if you want to look about hard work, you want to look about dedication, you want to look about real talent, customer service, no skips. That's a fact. And that's a fact.
And that's a fact, though, from beginning to end. I love it. I love it. Thank you guys so much. You just tuned into another episode of the Urban Spotlight podcast. What a blessing to have the one and only Double M, the big one, not the little one, on this episode. Make sure y'all lock in with customer service on PTM. Thank you, babe.
Thank you so much.
We did it.
Thank you.
This
is behind the scenes?
Yeah. M-I-A-M.
Yeah, stream customer service.